Hi everyone. I'm eventually going to have to upgrade my equipment, I'm pretty sure, if I'm going to keep putting out videos. But for today, I've rigged up a way that hopefully this recording will come out pretty good for you guys. So I wanted to talk today. This is a channeled message, so we'll see where it goes. But I wanted to start off talking about manifesting and about trust. I wrote a blog entry a few days ago about trust, and I was very much not happy about it. You can find it on my website if you'd like to take a look. But I did not advertise or put out the word that I had a new blog entry because I wrote it and I was really really unsatisfied with it. So today I'm going to try to record a channeled message for you so that maybe I can get my point across a little more effectively. So, about trust. In my blog, I was calling trust the secret sauce. And I believe that. But I don't believe I did a very good job conveying that message. So here's try number 2. So for me, after my spiritual awakening and after all of the healing work, or not all of the healing work, we're always healing, all of us. But after the really traumatic healing work, the secret sauce, the magic happened for me when I began to trust. When I began to trust in God's plan, to understand that God's plan is always going to be better than mine. It doesn't matter what my hopes and plans were, because God's plan is always going to be better. Because to be honest, we cannot fathom what is in store for us in this life, if we can come to accept and trust. We just can't fathom where we're meant to go. And I mean, I talked about this a little bit on my last video, about how I just am in a place right now that I would never have imagined in a million years. And I mean, I'm going to tell you guys, this is just the beginning for me. I'm just getting started, but because I have all this history, all this knowledge and information and experience from my cosmic library, which I know this may be controversial for me to say, and it was controversial for me until recently to even accept that we have, many past lives. But this transformation that's occurred in my life just makes it absolutely undeniable, and I just feel the truth of, I don't know my whole story. I don't know all of the places I've been and all the things that I've done and the person that I've been in every scenario, but I have, a deep knowing of just some truths about the fact that I have been here many times before, and I have been in other places many times before. And the more I trust and the more I just surrender to God's plan, and surrender to, allowing the work to unfold, the miracles to unfold in my life, the more that I trust that it's in my highest good, to just allow where I'm led and where I'm guided, the more magical my life becomes. I know that some of you might think I'm kind of insane, and I swear to you, sometimes I think I'm insane. But the truly magic part is that every time I believe that I'm insane, there's like some little confirmation that's given to me of, whatever it is I was assuming was ridiculous. It's actually not ridiculous at all, and it's my truth. So I wanted to talk to you about just trusting, and I know it's hard, especially for any of us who have been through, the dark night of the soul, where you pretty much, your life as you know it pretty much is not in existence any longer. And, you've lost things, and you know, and you've been through some traumatic times. But if you can start to do the work, which please have a look at my other YouTube videos and see if anything there seems relevant for you. And if it does, please check them out. And please do research, all over other teachers and light workers to find, the message that's meant for you. But once you can start to accept, that everything that's happened to you up until this point, while sometimes it definitely sucks, it was designed for your highest good, ultimately. And that's the first part of trusting. And then just surrendering that you are going to be led to where you're meant to be, or to, the lives of the people you're meant to touch, or them to you, or, just start to trust that you'll be given the opportunities and the messages that you need to receive in the exact moment that you need to receive them. And I mean, part of the trust is like, yes, trusting God and trusting your guides and your teams to lead you. But, we also have free will. So at the same time, it's about trusting me. It's about trusting yourself. It's about trusting the intuitive feelings that you have, when you come across some information, or, if you're able to sit quietly and meditate, which is strongly important, is what I was going to say. I'm not sure that's a thing, but which is really, really important. And I encourage you to meditate however it works for you. There's all kinds of different meditations, but I encourage you to find one that works for you, or some that work for you styles. I encourage you to do it. And the connection with your stillness is important. And then, if you can get to the space where you're not just connecting to your own stillness in your own center, but you're connecting to God and the divine and the collective, I mean, you can really start to feel that as the truth, and start to really own your identity in this world. And the more you surrender to it, the more that you trust, the more your gifts will start to come in, or you will start to see the divine design of everything up until now, So, for me, when I get an intuitive hit, I can get like tingles or cold chills, or my ears will ring, or let's see. For me, one of my gifts is just a knowing, and another gift is feeling energies around me and things like that. So, and I think that's probably where those tingles come from. I can feel energy around me. So that's the trust piece. But I also wanted to talk a little bit about manifesting. We have a new moon coming up on September 7th. And it would be great if you could start to take some time right now to think about what you would like to have in your life. So first, I'd like to say there's a bit of a stigma, I feel, especially coming from the background that I come from. There's a bit of a stigma around probably the word or the thought of manifesting. So I'd like to simplify that just a bit. I use that phrase because it's the common phrase, in this spiritual world, but I want to simplify it just a bit and just say that it's truly no different than creating a goal for your life, or a hope for the way you'd like your life to be, the way you'd like your future to look, a wish for something in your future. It's really no different, But the fundamental difference is that you're stepping into the trust and the surrender that you have the support, that you are part of the divine, that God is part of you, your angels, your guides, your spirit animals, your teams, they're part of you, that you have this power. But there's also a strong, for me, the best manifestations for me, the ones that seem to be just completely magical, and sometimes these happen instantly, guys. If you can really tap into your true essence as you consider what you'd like to manifest, and as you set these intentions, it can happen like that sometimes, depending on what it is. Now, I'm not saying, you're going to say, I manifest $1 million, and then boom, your bank account gets a deposit. I'm not saying it's like that. But what I'm saying is that it can truly be instantaneous if you're open to looking for miracles in everything. It truly can. And sometimes there are, how sometimes you'll wish for, I don't know, I'm really hot and I'm parched and I'd really love some water, right? And then it rains or something. I mean, that's just a crazy example, but so you have to be open to the understanding again, and the trust and the surrender that divine knows your needs, your highest good needs better than you do. And so that's where the trust and surrender comes in to the manifestation. So let me give you an example. So if I want to sit down and think about what I'd like to manifest for this upcoming new moon, and I don't know if all of you know this, but so for the new moon, you can do some releasing to make space for what you'd like to manifest or receive. But the primary benefit at the new moon time, in the energies, is to manifest. So, and it's always healthy to release things that may be impeding the feelings or the goals that you want to bring into your life. It's always healthy to do that. But so around the new moon time, we like to think about what we'd like to manifest or bring in. And then at the full moon time is when we'd like to think about what we'd like to release. So it's okay to release and manifest during both, but just so that you know the energies that are kind of supporting. So anyway, so if I start to think about what I would like to manifest for myself, the way that it has been most successful for me is to start thinking about feelings, start thinking about a particular experience that I would like for my life. And I'll give you an example. So let's say before my spiritual awakening, my life was very mundane, and I know most people's is. It was very mundane. It was very to-do list. Okay, I have to get up at X, have to, do this, have to take the kids to school, have to get myself to work by X, have to do blah, 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 And then it was just, it was very 3D, very mundane things that were a part of my daily life. So if I start to think about what I would love for my life to look like now, my top priority for my life now is joy. I really want to live a life of joy. I want to be able to find joy in everything. And I've been manifesting this for a while now, and I do. So part of that manifesting of joy in my life involved, finding my true identity, realizing, remembering who I am and where I come from, and starting to step into my mission for this life, recognizing that I have a mission for this life. I'm not here to do 9 to 5, work, kids, sleep, do it all over again. You know what I mean? It's just, it's not... It's a big part of it, and it is part of my life and part of, the goal or the plan that my soul has created for this life. but it's not all of it by any stretch. I'm meant to feel fulfilled. I'm meant to feel like I'm accomplishing what I'm here to do. And I guess I didn't realize it until looking back that I didn't feel that. So my life now, as I'm manifesting joy and just happiness and love and magic, my life has been rearranged in such a way that is my reality now. So for me, it always works best to take the thought of what you would love to have in your life. And I mean, it can be tangible as well. But the key is to lose any attachment that you have to how it may happen, to where it may come from. Lose any attachment to that. Just trust that the divine knows for your highest good the best way to go about it. Just trust that. So, I want to manifest joy in my life. I want to manifest love in my life. I want to manifest abundance. And I want to manifest financial freedom, or at least to the point where I'm prosperous enough to live the life that I want to live without, having to fret over every dime or whatever. So I've been working to manifest these things. But, also you have to trust that, no, it's not going to be instant, most likely. It could be, but it's not going to be instant. And it's, it's probably not going to look like what you expect. So to go along with that, you want to talk about or think about all the things that you want to manifest. So the, experiences or feelings or, whatever you want in your life or for your life. But don't get tied down to thinking, so I really want to be financially prosperous, and I know that I'm going to win the lottery. If I just keep buying lottery tickets, I know I'm going to win the lottery. So lose the lottery thought. Just lose it. Just manifest the financial prosperity or financial freedom. Or, let's say that I really feel like I need more love in my life. So let's say we want to manifest love. So start to think about that and really start to, think about how you would feel, not like where the love is coming from or who the love is coming from or whatever, but just start to think about how you would feel, how that would feel in your life to have that. And that's healthy, but do not attach the thought of love to this particular person or this particular group or, any of that. Just ask for the love and trust that God and your teams know how to bring it to you and that they'll do it in the best way. So I hope that makes some sense to you guys. It's surrender. It's complete surrender that God and the divine know what is in your highest good. And yes, you can kind of steer that by asking for the things that you'd like to manifest. And always, always, always pray to God for the things that you need or truly desire from your heart. But just release expectations and attachments. Just release all that and just know that, and expectations of time. Just know that it will come to you in the way and in the time that it's meant to come to you. So the other thing that I didn't talk a lot about is getting in your heart space as you're trying to decide or to, figure out what's best for this current time, and that's where the meditation will come in. Sit quietly, do whatever meditation style you enjoy, but you can, put your hands on your heart and just get quiet and still and just start to feel what comes to you, what your heart desires. Don't make it about the mind. Bring it down to your heart level. You can come into your heart space, but by, putting your hands on your heart, you can focus on your breath, put your hands in your heart, and start to just get still and quiet. But you can also come into your heart space by thinking about, someone, something that you love in this life, like the thing that you love most in this life. I mean, it can be a place, it can be the sun, it can be, the beach, the ocean, whatever it is. But the thing that truly, truly, truly your soul, your heart loves most, think about that. And so once you do that, you just sit and you just think. Focus on that. Focus on the feeling that you get from that. Are you feeling kind of warm? Are you feeling kind of tingles? Are you smiling? Do you feel happy in your heart when you think of that person or place or thing or whatever? So that's the heart space. You get in that heart space and you really, really start to consider from that space what you love to have in your life. What do you want for your life? And once you can get calm and focused from the heart space, it'll come to you, and that's your intuition. Now, for some of you, so my connection works a little differently, but for some of you, you may need to get a journal. You may need to come into your heart space and really sit in it for a few minutes. And then take out your journal and a pen and just let yourself write. It's also another good way to talk to your soul, to hear from your soul what it wants you to know, is to get in that heart space, get calm and quiet and still, and then just start to journal. You can even ask or write it on the page, what does my soul want me to know today? Or just ask it out loud. There's a magic to spoken word. There really is. So just ask, what does my soul want me to know today? And just allow your pen to flow, and try not to get in your head about it. Try not to think, oh, I don't really want to write that down in my journal, or, is that what I'm truly hearing from myself? Just don't think. Just start writing. And there'll be times when you wonder if it's coming from your soul or if it's coming from your mind. And that's part of it. Once you start doing this and practice, you'll get better at knowing when it's your soul, or when it's your head, your ego. So yeah, use that. You can journal. You can ask to journal, from your soul about what you should manifest during the new moon, and just start writing. And sometimes you might have to write for a while. And sometimes, you may have some other things coming out, something's on your mind pretty strongly. You may have to journal about that for a while before the other things start to flow. So some of you may hear things, like not, like someone speaking to you in the room, but like inside you. You may start to hear things. Some of you, if you sit quietly and focus and you start to try to connect to your soul, you may get visions, and it's beautiful. So just trust that those are there for a reason. Start to trust. And if you need to start to ask for confirmation, I do that. I do it less frequently now, but I've done that very regularly in my life. When I felt like I was getting a message from my soul or from my guides, I would ask for a confirmation of some kind. And it's kind of like it's like a collaboration. It's like a negotiation between you and your guides. So you might say, okay, so I would really love for you to give me a confirmation about that message, and be specific, the message about whatever, eating applesauce for dessert, or something, whatever. So just say, I would really like to have a confirmation about that message. And then, something may pop in your mind. You may get a visual, you may hear something, you may feel like something should be a confirmation. And then you can say, while you're getting used to doing this, you can say, okay, so you're going to give me a confirmation of, a blue balloon if the message that I received about applesauce is, truly meant to be received by me right now from my guides. Whatever. And then, you don't go looking for blue balloons, but you go out in the world and you're open, or, I mean, dude, you can even see it on TV. You can see a blue balloon on TV and be like, huh, well, there's my confirmation, or it may happen that you go somewhere and you see a whole host of blue balloons, and then you can laugh and say thank you so much, because you know that they're really trying to get the message across. They're trying to say, hey, for real. So anyway, I think that's the message for today. It's been about 25 minutes, so that feels kind of right. So I just want to say that I am here for you guys. If anybody wants to reach out to me, you can find, all my information on my website, on my Instagram, my YouTube. But please feel free to email me at any time if you'd like to ask any questions, or, like for me to help point you in directions of some guidance that I prefer, that I like for myself. And again, it's different for everybody, so I understand that. I'm not going to push, my teachers on you or anything along those lines. But if you're looking for some extra assistance, if you'd like to just talk to me, please feel free to email me and reach out. You can reach me also from my website. There's a contact me page there. And again, all the links you should find quite easily. So I would love to connect with you. I would love to work with you if you feel guided. My website lists out the different services that I offer, and I'm just here to be of service however I'm called. And, these messages are a part of that, and they're important to me. So I hope that this has been beneficial for you. I hope that you will share if you know anyone who may be interested in my messages. I hope that you will share. And, I'm sending so much love to you guys, and so much compassion, and I am here in whatever way that you need me. So just feel free to reach out, peruse my website, see if it looks like I might be able to help you. Just sending you love and best wishes, and happy manifesting. Bye.